What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and June has brought us a new hero of the month, Elradir. Let's take a look. But first, join me over in Gemstone Legends. Most of the OG players who got in early on Empires and Puzzles are already over here because we know it's players who get in early on games like this who are at the biggest advantage. Not only will you help support the channel by using the link in the description of this video, but if you use the code #lion_2021 you will get a free epic hero named Elradir along with 5 more gold scrolls and a bunch of gems and gold coins. Then you'll be able to participate in beginner events to get another free epic hero named Soliana, a bunch of legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll which will give you another free epic or legendary hero. Guys, wow. Just be sure to use the code within 3 hours of downloading the game and after completing the tutorial. And I will see you in Gemstone Legends. Alright, and I'm really excited to announce that I am planning to live stream on Sunday from my brand new studio, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when I do that. And if you haven't already, please consider giving that like button a smash. And let's talk about Elradir. Alright, so first things first, what's popping out to me immediately is the art. They did a really nice job on the last Hero of the Month with the art. I absolutely loved it and basically wanted to collect her just for the art. But now we have Elradir, and this art is sweet too. I like it a lot. They've been doing a nice job making really attractive heroes and characters in this game. So definitely A+ for the art. Once again, great job with that, Small Giant Games. But of course, the question really is, how good is this hero? Are we going to be able to use it? So let's take a look at some of the basic stats here. You know, again, power doesn't really matter on a hero, but you can see it up there. Powerful hero, 791. This is a wizard class, of course, nature hero, 5 stars. The wizard class isn't one of the best ones, but it can make the hero better depending on what the hero's special is, so do keep that in mind. The passive is mana from ailments. The hero gains a small amount of mana when they receive a status ailment. Now remember that because it does say status ailment. It doesn't really matter what kind, just any kind of status ailment. So that's interesting. And another passive we have listed here is resist special skill blocking. So this hero has an innate resistance against status ailments that block special skills. There's not a ton of them, but they're out there, so you know, do keep that in mind. Of course, this passive only really matters if his special skill is awesome. So, you know, I've said that a couple of times. We're going to read through that in just a moment to see if we really get to take advantage of that. So the attack stat is 766. That's okay. You know, that's about average for today, but high in the full history of Empires and Puzzles. 745 is okay. And HP is 1353. Again, okay. So these stats for a 5-star hero are kind of falling right in the middle of what they're releasing these days. Nature's Payback is the special, deals 255% damage to the target and nearby enemies. That's okay, especially at average speed. Okay. And if you put a level 23 mana troop on Elradir, of course, you get to essentially make him go off fast. So, you know, keep that in mind, of course. The caster reflects 100% of the damage received from their status elements to all enemies for 3 turns. That's really interesting, and I want to break that down a little more in a moment, but let's just round out the special. The Elemental Link gives nature allies a small amount of mana at the end of the turn for 4 turns. This effect can't be dispelled. That's actually probably the best part on this card. That's one of the things I really liked about Yang Mai and other red heroes. So definitely incentivizing you to bring more green heroes. That, I mean, automatically makes Elradir probably a better offensive hero than a defensive hero. You know, maybe Small Giant Games is trying to get more heroes and they are going to incentivize you to put more of the same color hero on defense, but at this point in the game, you're not really incentivized to do that so much, so probably more of an offensive hero. All right, that special, you know, that's not a ton of damage for being an average speed hero, and so you really need the other part of the special to be amazing. Reflecting 100% of damage received from status ailments is, like I said, interesting, but some of the most annoying, some of the worst status ailments out there are not the ones that deal damage. they're the ones like Tillaria's mana slow and things like that, which kind of gets counteracted by Elradir's one passive. But then my question is, are they, does it get overwritten, or are they fighting against each other? That kind of thing. Are they just basically going to even out? Like what's going on with that? I guess we'll have to do some testing to see. And some of you may already know. So if you know, put it in the comments. Yeah, so I mean, and this is where I think Elradir does make a better offensive hero. If you can take Elradir up against a bunch of heroes that have status ailments that deal damage, like, Vela and Gravemaker and that kind of thing, then sure. But I think that this special is not powerful enough. There's two things that are leading me to think that this is a little bit too passive for a hero, especially if one that you're incentivized to take on offense. The first thing is that you basically have to wait for the opponent's specials to go off before he's really using the full effect of his special. And in Empires and Puzzles, that's really not the greatest thing. You want to be killing their heroes before their specials go off. So that's not great. The second thing is that he's only reflecting 100% of the damage received from himself to all enemies. So, like, what you would want to see in a hero like this is that he's taking all of your team's status ailments and reflecting them back. That might seem crazy powerful and out of this world, and they had to, not let it get out of control like that, except that they've already printed a hero like that, Lady Loki, who takes all the status ailments, not just the ones that deal damage, but all the status ailments, and throw them back on the enemies. So, like, there already is a mold for a hero out there that basically does something like Elradir is doing right back at you, except his is only the damage, while Lady Loki takes all the status ailments and distributes them. Now, one difference is Elradir is distributing all the damage to all enemies, while Lady Loki takes the individual status ailments and puts them randomly on enemies. So do note that. But I think what Lady Loki is doing is much, much more powerful. Much more powerful when she distributes all the status ailments like that. So I know that you get Lady Loki through season 3, and it's harder to do that. You're less likely to do that. It's easier to get the hero of the month. But I think that, unfortunately, Elradir's special is just a little too weak. I would want to see that special being a little bit stronger, kind of in the way Lady Loki's is. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but for Elradir to really be used, that's what you would need to see there. So for that reason, I'm going to give Elradir a C-. I think there's some potential here. If you get Elradir and he's like your only green 5-star, or you only have a couple, you don't necessarily have to feel bad about that. He's going to be usable and probably quite fun for a little while. But I cannot see top tier players using him, and maybe not even tier 2, just because there's better ways to do everything he does out there. So anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think? You tell me. Let me know in the comments. Once again, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, along with the bell notifications, so you know when I drop more videos, and go live in my new studio. And I will catch you in the next one.